What does it take to build a connection with your audience as a trusted psychic medium? I'm Samuel Levi, and Take Your Shot starts now. Hello and welcome to Take Your Shot. This is the first episode, and I am so excited to bring this show to you, presented by LuxeSticks, where each episode we dive deep into the journeys of inspiring entrepreneurs, navigating the highs and lows of pursuing success. Welcome to Take Your Shot. I'm Samuel Levi, the founder of LuxeSticks, and in this episode we explore the journey of a globally recognized psychic medium. Joining me now is David the Medium. Welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me, Sam.
No, thank you for joining me. I have known you for a long time now, and a lot of people don't know this, but I know you as Dave. But there's a lot of people out there who know you as David the Medium. And I wanted to bring you on the show. I wanted to kick off the show with bringing you on first, and I kind of wanted to know what inspired you to kind of leave your legal job to kind of follow this journey of being a psychic medium.
Yeah, I mean, for me, it's a very unique, interesting story. So I was working in legal for most of my 20s, or really all of my 20s. And whilst on that journey, I was also building and growing as a psychic medium. And I think for me, it really was a natural progression in a lot of ways. I think when we're young, especially, we're taught that life has to be a certain way. Like, you know, you have to work the 9 to 5, you have to have that, what's considered a very mainstream, normal career. But for me, I just felt really unfulfilled, and I just knew that I had a higher purpose, and you know, I really wanted to give back and really wanted to help people in their journeys as well. So it just became a really natural progression and ended up being something that is full-time for me now.
Full-time? Yeah. There's no 9 to 5 now. It's probably, what, every hour of the day?
Yeah.
But I guess another question I did have is, there's a lot of skeptics out there. So what's kind of, how have you overcome kind of being a trusted psychic medium, not only in Australia, but literally worldwide? Your name is known in America, in the UK, even New Zealand, where I'm from. So yeah, tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, I mean, I think like any industry, there is always going to be skeptics or people that maybe don't operate from such a positive perspective or a positive experience in their industries. But for me, I say the proof is in the pudding. With everyone who knows me as David the Medium, I say you don't have to believe in what I do. Just listen to what I say. And when I'm connecting with spirit, I'm passing on information that's not only relevant in you know, the current period, but also for the future. It really is up to everyone to make their own conclusions from that and just sort of, you know, follow their own journeys with what I say. So I
guess talking about the business side and diving deep and going away from the 9 to 5, I guess can you share some of the key decisions that kind of made you succeed in this decision that you've done?
Yeah, I think, I mean, the biggest thing when you're taking your shot, it really has to be that, especially with younger people, I think we always look at when we're building our own careers and building our own businesses, like we expect overnight success in a lot of ways. And, you know, it is glamorized. And for me, the journey is really understanding that it is just taking small baby steps and small growth, and really also working out and realizing very early on what actually works for you. And there's not one method that's going to work for everybody. Like, it really is just a journey that you just have to sort of explore as you go ahead.
Explore and trust yourself.
Exactly right.
I guess you've got a large social media following, and I do follow you online as well. But I guess what are some of the influences, or what are some of the things that you want people to believe when it comes to predictions?
Yeah, well, my whole profile in Australia actually built, and also a worldwide profile with making predictions around COVID-19, because I was sort of talking about that really a good sort of 3 to 6 months before it before it began.
Happened, yeah.
Exactly. So with my predictions, I mean, as you mentioned, I do post them all on social media, and they are for everyone to see, and also for clients of mine that will also make predictions. So yeah, it is there to sort of break down, and I think it's, especially when I'm doing psychic predictions as well, like these are things that are going to be happening into the future. So it's really just follow the journey in a lot of ways.
No, exactly. And I guess how do you address skepticism? How do you address kind of people who come to you and say they don't believe in what you do, or how do you want people to support your work?
Yeah, I mean, for me, I always say to everyone, because I can appreciate skepticism in some ways coming from my background of being very, you know, very black and white 9 to 5 legal. I say to everyone, you don't have to believe in what I do. Just listen to what I say and make up your own conclusions from that at the same time. And if I'm bringing up things and if I'm relaying messages from spirit that cannot be described or cannot be explained, then, you know, you have to just believe that in your own way.
It's not coming from something random.
No, exactly.
You did have a live show, your first ever live show here in Melbourne recently. I was able to attend that, which was amazing, and you changed my perspectives on a few things. I was always a believer of you, but there were some things that you said in the audience that made me even more of a believer of you. Can we see more live shows from David the Medium?
I'm in the process of organising them now, so we do want to go Australia-wide this year. I am organising shows for the Gold Coast, Sydney and Perth. And 2025, we want to go even bigger, maybe even overseas. So there's a lot more to come. Yeah,
a lot more to come. Maybe New Zealand?
Absolutely New Zealand. If I'm going overseas, the first place we're going will be New Zealand.
Amazing. I do want to finish off. How do you keep evolving in your field? I know I guess you don't... I guess the easiest way to say it is you can't study to really be a medium or a clairvoyant or anything like that. So how do you evolve yourself? And if someone wanted to tap into what you're doing, how can they do that? Yeah,
I mean, for me, it really is a daily journey. Like, it's really paying attention to my own daily habits, my own sort of, what I'm requiring to grow. And it's just always having goals is important for everyone as well. And, especially when you are taking your shot in your entrepreneurial businesses as well. Like, it really is just paying attention to where you want to end up. Yeah. And for anyone who's wanting to grow their journey, start at the very start. I always believe, especially when it comes to psychic mediumship and spirituality, like wanting to be able to grow it and wanting to be able to expand in that. And you're already 99% of the way there. Meditate, do workshops, have conversations with your friends and family as well. And especially if you are wanting to be a medium, also practice reading friends and family to start with as well.
Well, no, thank you so much for coming on the show and kicking off episode 1 with Take Your Shot with Samuel Levi. Well, thank you so much for tuning into episode 1 of Take Your Shot with Samuel Levi. I cannot wait to bring on my second guest very soon, so stay tuned and I'll see you then.
You're watching Ticker. We'll have more in just a few minutes.